Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Abby, and we are here with Nobby News.
Our Nobby athletes had some great success at the Southern Downs Athletics Carnival recently.
They sure did, Marcus. Let's head to Andrews to see how they fared.
Thanks, Abby. We had 7 students selected to represent Central Downs at the Southern Downs Carnival. Riker and Briley ran in the 1500 event at Warwick State High School after school on Wednesday the 3rd of August. And although neither finished in the top placings, they both did their very best. We applaud them for their efforts in such a grueling event. Then, on Monday the 8th of August, Mason, Jack H., Ava, Bridget, and Wilby attended the full-day carnival at Allera with a raft of great efforts and great results. Mason was awarded runner-up age champion after winning both the 200 metres and 800 metre events. Ava tied for first place in the long jump, Bridget came third in the 800 metres, Will second in the 100 metre and Jack third in the 200 metre. Of these students, Mason, Ava, Will and Jack will now attend the Darling Downs Carnival next Wednesday, the 24th of August. This is Andrew for Nobby News. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Andrew. Best of luck to those students at next week's carnival.
In other news, the 5 and 6s class have had a special visitor over the last couple of weeks. Here's Michaela with the scoop.
Thanks, Marcus. We currently have Miss Gillan in our classroom as a prac teacher. Miss Gillan is studying education at the University of New England in Armidale. She is nearing the end of her 3rd year at uni and will be finished her degree at the end of 2023. Miss Gillan would like to stay around Toowoomba once she begins her teaching career, but her dream job would be teaching in Broome for a year or so. It's been great to have Miss Gillan in our classroom and we wish her the best of luck in her final year at uni. This is Michaela from Nobby News, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Michaela. Miss Gillan is a familiar to a lot of us as she has also worked at Nobby as a teacher aide.
Speaking of teacher aides, we asked a few kids some questions about Miss Lees. Here's what they had to say.
What is one thing that Mrs. Lees always says?
Good job. If we're ever sitting down, she's always somewhere else and we always go to stand up and walk to her. And not a chip and use Aunt Seagulls. Is go home and watch TV and have a coffee.
Hi, Will.
Sit down to eat. One thing that she always says is good morning to us when we come in for our day, when I get off the bus, for example.
Good job.
If someone's watch says 1:15 and hers doesn't, and we say, oh, can we go? She says, no, go sit back down.
Get your sticker books and don't forget them. Listen to her. Pack up. Always try to do your best. She always says that she every time if she's not at school, she's sitting down on the couch having a cup of tea.
What do you think Mrs. Lees does when she's not at school?
Clean up her rub it and sits down and watch TV, sitting on the couch having a cup of tea.
Watch her son play footy or relaxing.
It watch TV and sit on the couch and do nothing.
Maybe play with her grandchildren.
Well, probably in bed. Goes grocery shopping.
Has tea at her house on the couch.
Does stuff with her grandkids.
Helps out with her husband and looks after her grandchildren. She stays at home.
I think she probably plays with her grandchildren.
Do stuff at her house.
I think when Miss Lees
is not at school, she might go camping or something with her husband or anyone.
Way down in the lounge.
She learns new things at other schools.
She might go out for lunch. She might go and play games with her friends.
How old do you think Mrs. Lees is?
57.
In her 50s, late 50s?
48. Early 50s.
50.
35? I think Mrs. Lees is around 63.
67.
Ooh, probably 63.
30.
Around 50.
48. 20.
42.
45.
34. 50.
How do you know when Mrs. Lees is happy?
When she has a smile on her face and when she's laughing.
She be silly.
Because she smiles and laughs a lot.
Does have a smile on her face. I know when Mrs. Lees is happy because she's always smiling.
When she's got a smile on her face. When she smiles and dawdles around. When it smiles. Ooh.
Probably by her face.
Miss Lee's happy when she has a smile on her face.
When she's smiling.
She's not yelling.
I know when Mrs. Lees is happy because she might do like a dance or she'll have a really nice smirk on her face.
When she smiles.
When everyone's listening to her.
Because she smiles.
How do you know when Mrs. Lees is angry?
You know when Mrs. Lees is angry because she's got like a cranky voice and a bit of an unhappy smile.
When she has a stern voice and when she has a look.
She's yelling.
Because she talks louder when no one's listening to her. Does it have a bad face?
When she has a frown on her face.
That angry to clean up her head.
When they wear out people.
When she blinks her eyes a lot.
When she's got an angry face on.
Yell at us.
By the way she pulls her pants up. She goes like this.
She does.
When she's yelling. When her frustrated voice comes out.
I know when Mrs. Lees is angry because she sometimes says she has her cranky pants on.
If Mrs. Lees wasn't a teacher aide, what do you think she would be?
A mum.
Is it where you want? Gardener?
She would be a scientist. Mrs. Lees wasn't a teacher aide, I reckon she would just stay at home and chill.
A mum.
Probably a office person.
Farmer.
If she wasn't a teacher aide, she would probably be a teacher.
A teacher. A babysitter.
Artist.
Like work in a kindergarten, does that count?
A teacher.
And if Mrs. Lees could have 3 wishes, what do you think she'd wish for?
Go on a holiday. Probably have what she really wants. And have a new car.
Nice kids. The best gift. And $10 million.
Mrs. Lees had 3 wishes. I think it would be to be the best grandma or nan in the world, to have the biggest holiday ever, and be the best teacher aide in the world possible.
To become a real teacher.
She would probably wish for probably $1,000, maybe some new plates and cups and knives and forks. The students to be always good, to have a nice garden, to be younger.
Another cat. A new garden. A new car.
She wish for a horse and a farm and plants.
$1 million. 800 cents. And nine spiders to eat every single fly in the world, and they don't bite.
To go on a nice holiday
to have 3 years off school and as a holiday and go on a big camping trip.
Wish for if she was not at school, and wishing for that she doesn't have to do anything and she doesn't have to do any work.
That's great, everyone. I wonder if any of those answers are correct.
Now let's head to Ellie Mae's to see what the weekend weather is doing.
Thanks, Marcus. Saturday will be sunny with a low of 3 and a high of 20. Sunday will also be sunny with a low of 2 and a high of 20. I'm Ellie Mae with the weather. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Ellie Mae. That sounds like we're heading for a beautiful weekend. Now let's have a look what's happening in week 7.
Next Monday we have the Scholastic Book Fair from 8:30 a.m. until 8:45 a.m. and 3 p.m. until 3:15 p.m. Parade at 8:45 a.m. and Chappie Sam will be at Nobby.
Tuesday morning we have fruit snack for breakfast club and the last day of Scholastic Book Fair from 8:30 a.m. till 8:45 a.m. and 3 p.m. and 3:15 p.m.
Wednesday morning we have fruit snack for breakfast club playgroup from 8:45 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. and religious instruction during the afternoon session. The Darlings Downs Athletics Carnival is also being held.
Thursday morning we have fruit snack for breakfast club.
And Friday we have a whole school excursion to the Empire Theatre to see the box show. Subway for big lunch and Chappie Sam will be at Nobby. And that's all for the week 6 episode for Nobby News. I am Marcus.
And I'm Abby.
And this is Nobby News.